Hi everyone, my name's Helen and I am currently working at the University of Bradford as an EAP tutor. Previously to starting this MA, I initially I did a BA in French and German. Then after a while, I got into teaching in further education. So I was in colleges teaching ESOL mainly, and then I later became a quality coach slash mentor. So I was in FE for about 15 years. And after that, I wanted a change. I was ready for something new. So that's kind of me. I'm currently, as I say, on the working at the University of Bradford. It's a fixed term contract, so I don't know what I'll be doing when it ends in the summer. Um, Over to you, Ping.
Thank you, Helen. My name's Ping. I'm currently an EAP teacher at the University of Nottingham, Ningbo in China. And prior to doing this, I worked on pre-sessionals in the UK and teaching general English in different countries before that. And way back, my background is in fine art, so this was a complete change of direction. And yeah, so shall we go to number two, the question,
Yeah,
which route of the MA? So currently we're both studying at the University of Leeds, the
yeah,
teaching English for academic purposes,
yeah,
and we're both going for the full
yeah.
masters. Why did you choose this MA?
I chose to do the MA for a number of reasons. So I'm a little different, I think, to a lot of the other people in that I kind of did a pre-sessional and then immediately started the MA, and that was like my first experience of EAP. So I am really quite new to the field, although it's linked, of course, with everything I've done before. But yeah, the MA for me was basically the I've wanted to do a master's for a long time.
Mhm,
I haven't for a number of reasons. Time, finding one that I really wanted to do,
mhm,
something that wasn't just a bit throwaway. I felt like a lot. I did start a master's in education, but it was a bit like I wasn't really doing it for the right reasons. So I wanted to do a master's. I already have a postgraduate diploma in education, so it was kind of like for me it was yeah, I wanted that level of qualification. um, so yeah, that was my kind of reasoning for doing this. What about you?
Um, I've been planning to do an MA for a while, and it was always to do with time constraints or money. And I kept putting this off. And I was also, like you, waiting for the right course. There didn't seem
Yeah,
to be the exact course that I was particularly interested in. Either it was too general or, yeah, so there was those issues. And then in 2023, there was a teaching conference here,
yeah.
and B B Bond, she came to speak. And that's the first time I really heard about her.
Mm,
And I was really impressed with her speech. And I ended up reading her book that she wrote about making language visible across the
mm,
curriculum. And I was really impressed. So I tried applying, got accepted. And it was also, I needed some course practically for development and also for my own thinking.
mm,
I needed some kind of understanding of the theory as well as the practice. So I needed
mm,
some way to like vocalize some of the things I was feeling or
mm,
experiencing.
mm.
So that's why. And
Yeah. Okay, so in terms of impact then, how would you say you've been impacted so far, either professionally, personally, by the MA?
uh, I think it's really changed my way of thinking about what I
Mm,
do, perhaps thinking too much. And it's something I really needed. It's been very challenging
mm,
and it's been rewarding.
Mm,
There's always a shortage of time. I think this is true for most people trying to balance part-time study, full-time work, or vice versa.
mm,
And it's just enabled me to think about things differently, not only in terms of classroom practice, but
mm,
also in my own context. It gives me more understanding and it does feel less lonely. So it's these feelings of frustration or understanding again, you realize the more you read, the more you talk to people like you, and it it does have a more collaborative feel. So again, that reaching out, so it's less isolated. So it's
definitely.
not just
Yeah.
your own institution. I think that's been really important, that whole process of scholarship. And yeah, I think also we're very lucky. We've got good teachers on the course. I think definitely, um, I think people like Alex and Millie and B, they've been very instrumental as well in not only their own work, but recommending other
Yeah.
other practitioners, other theorists to help us. How about you? How has this MA impacted you and your practice so far?
Mm. Um, I think obviously because I was so new to it, it's given me like an overview of the sector, and an understanding of EAP that I probably, I would not have developed that same understanding had I just joined the profession and gone through, a few pre-sessionals here doing the fixed term contracts that I've done. My understanding would be really limited, and I can see that. I think I would be hugely frustrated
Yeah.
without, having started the MA alongside literally starting kind of this career in the field. I can see already the frustrations that you guys were sort of talking about at the beginning that I didn't understand because I hadn't experienced it. I hadn't really worked in the field at all. So it's given me that understanding, but I think it's also enabled, yeah, like this sense of countering frustration.
Mm,
Um, I guess because, like you say, you've got some people, you've got
yeah.
peers to speak to, in the other students doing the course, you've got your tutors, you've got that kind of wider understanding. And the more you do it, the longer you're in it, the more you build those connections. And I think that's been hugely valuable. Um, and the masters has completely given me that. I
Yeah.
feel, I guess, to use a word that comes up quite a lot, I feel legitimate, I
Yes.
suppose.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like I have a right to say certain things. I don't speak up a lot in the workplace where I currently am because there is it is difficult. I'm on a fixed term contract. There's a lot of different opinions flying around, and it's hard also to invest when you literally work somewhere for 6 months. But it does give me, I feel like I do have a bit more of a voice. The other thing I think that I've got from the masters is it's helped me find a niche that's more me within this whole field. I had no understanding of how broad it was when
Yeah.
I first started doing it. Um, and I found kind of the areas that I'm interested in, um, which unsurprisingly link back to things I've done previously.
Hmm.
So I'm interested in social justice. I'm interested in working alongside those who are slightly more kind of vulnerable. It's kind of given me that. It's opened up
Mm,
doors, shown me ways where I fit
yeah.
within the field as a whole. So yeah, it's been, I mean, but yeah, I think it's been quite transformative. I know that sounds like quite a big
No, I
claim,
think
but
so.
it has really kind of opened my eyes to a lot. And it's given me a sense of, yeah, how I fit.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's been really good.